Hi everyone, welcome back to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith. At the time of this recording, it is January 2015. I just came off of a Christmas and New Year's break, and I'm knuckling down, I'm scripting, I'm starting to shoot instructional videos, and those will be coming to you soon, but I wanted to do a quick, kind of casual video outside of the regular content just to give you some news and updates and catch you up on some things going on. First of all, I wanted to thank Jamie Stegmeyer of Stonemeyer Games, who donated $80 to the IWK Children's Hospital. That's the local children's hospital, for example, that Luke would attend if he had some health concerns. And those donations were made from proceeds that accrued from the sale of the Stonemeyer's treasure chest. This was a box of amazing components to upgrade your other games you can use with bricks, stones, gold tokens, those sorts of things. So anyone who might have picked up the treasure chest after the period in which we showed that video, thank you very much, and I am very confident you will like that treasure chest when it gets to you. I also want to say a quick thank you to Pete Spooner, who updated our Wikipedia Watch It Played page, significantly added in all of the different series that we have completed, put links to the videos in the reference. That's no small task, and it's great that if someone's looking for Watch It Played and they find that page, they're going to find all kinds of information, and including several key moments from the show, which has been kind of fun for me to go back and look over because I'd forgotten a lot of those. So thank you, Pete. I really appreciate that. Our friends over at the Secret Cabal Gaming Podcast have launched a Patreon page. Patreon is a way you can donate to content creators on an ongoing basis by agreeing to, say, donate 50 cents, a buck, or whatever per episode that they put out. You can put a cap on that so that you're never spending more than you want to, but it's a way to support creators. The Secret Cabal Gaming Podcast is not just one of my favorite podcasts. I consider the members, the founders of that show, personal friends as well. So I definitely wanted to point you in that direction. If you've enjoyed their podcast before and you'd like to support it, you can do that by visiting their Patreon page. I'll put a link to that in the description of this video. And if you haven't heard of them, it's perfectly free to listen to them, and you definitely should, so go check them out. Speaking of fundraisers, Tom Vassell and the Dice Tower are having their 11th season Kickstarter. 11 seasons! That's incredible. I hope I'm doing this show for 11 seasons or more. And the reason I've been able to do it as long as I have been full-time is because of your support, and Tom is looking for that same kind of support. We do very different kinds of content, Tom and I, but I don't think it can be questioned that Tom Vassell has, an unrivaled work ethic as it relates to creating content for board game media, and I truly respect that. I consider him a friend. And so I would certainly encourage you to check out his fundraiser, and if you've enjoyed the Dice Tower in the past, if it has provided you with value, then that's a great reason to support it however much you can. He's got all kinds of promos and perks. He's even got a little miniature of himself for Arcadia Quest. I need to get that because I want to play against it in Arcadia Quest and defeat him, just like I defeated him the first time we played in person. It was actually the only game I beat him at, and we didn't quite finish the game, but I'm counting that as a win. I'm counting that as a win, Tom Vassell, and I hope you win and succeed in your Kickstarter as well. I have no doubt that you will. Okay, next, our friends over at BryceCon got in touch with me again to share some details about their convention with you. I wrote those details down. Let me just bring that up so I don't forget any of them. First of all, it's held in Bryce Canyon City, Utah, and it runs from January 16th to 19th. I'm going to put a link to the website for the convention in the description of this video, and that way you can register there, or at least check it out if you're interested. They're going to have Flying Buffalo games there, along with around 150 games in the library that you can play and check out there. They're going to have over 29 scheduled games to play, including a Dominion tournament. I think there was some talk about an Android Netrunner tournament as well. Again, check out the website for those details. There's lots to do in the local area. And when I say these guys are friends of the show, I mean it, because Gary Tanner, one of the organizers of the event, is none other than the Harvey Walters from our very first playthrough on this channel, before it was even called Watch It Played, Mansions of Madness. We had a few different people who volunteered to step up and control specifically some of the characters in that game, and Gary was the player who controlled Harvey Walters. So if you'd like to meet the real Harvey Walters, you can do so at that convention. If you see him there, be sure to say hi to him for me. To wrap up, I just want to tell you about the next great American game. And no, this is not actually a game, it's a film. It's a documentary by Douglas Morse. And he offered to send me a copy of it to check out, which I did. And I have to say, it's pretty exciting to see our hobby growing to the extent that people are inspired to create a variety of different kinds of board gaming media content, not just reviews, not just instructionals and playthroughs like we do. And there's nothing wrong with those, right? Right? But it's great also seeing professionals in the industry who are creating other kinds of content as well, like this documentary. The documentary is about a gentleman named Randall who has designed, he believes, the next great American game, as he declares in the video. And if you've ever followed Kickstarter, you've probably seen projects go up there where you think, was this person trapped in like 1980? Like the game designs they're coming up with show they are not really connected to the hobby today and haven't really been paying attention, but they think they've discovered something amazing. And that's really where this story starts, with a gentleman, Randall, who is kind of in that position and is going around from convention to convention trying to find publishers who are going to realize what a great next American game he's got in his possession. I have to say, when I first started watching the documentary, I viewed Randall with a certain amount of self-righteous disdain, if not Randall specifically, and certainly his approach, because to me it seemed like here's somebody who thinks they have the next great American game and obviously didn't care enough to learn anything about our gaming community, to see what's been going on, what kind of mechanics are popular in games. And as someone who really cares about this hobby, it was hard for me to view someone approaching it this way. And I don't want to spoil the emotional beats of the documentary in case you watch it, but Randall went from being a very two-dimensional character to me at the beginning of the documentary into a very three-dimensional and real person that I came to appreciate in a different way by the end of it. If this is something you might be interested in checking out, I'll put links in the description of this video where you can purchase and immediately start streaming and watching the documentary. There's also some extras and behind-the-scenes stuff you can pick up as well. I think there's also a DVD and Blu-ray that you can order if it interests you. Oh, and I should mention, there's a trailer on the website as well. You can check that out, and that might give you a sense of whether or not this documentary would appeal to you. Talking to you about this movie was a little different for me. You guys know I don't review games here, but I certainly don't mind doing product previews for tangible things that just kind of are what they are. Like when I do a product preview for a custom insert, I can just show it to you and it's going to function the exact same way for you that it is for me. So I don't have any qualms about sharing that kind of information. With a documentary, though, it's a little different because my experience of it's going to be very subjective and possibly very different than yours. And I received the movie for free, and now I'm telling you, hey, you should consider shelling out $20 to get this video. So I want you to know that after having received the video for free, watching it myself, I then went and paid for it myself before I came on here and told you about it. And I just felt a little more confident that way, so that if you decide that you want to get this and then you don't care for the documentary, you at least know I shelled out my own personal money as well for this product before I came on here and told you about it. Listen, I want to thank you guys for supporting just media content in general, whether it's this show, the Dice Tower, the Secret Cabal Gaming Podcast, documentaries about board games. Our hobby is great, right? We love our hobby, and it's wonderful to see it getting supported in so many different ways by people. It allows more and more people to discover the hobby, and it's great that we can all be part of that in our own way. Listen, that's everything I wanted to share with you guys here in this video. Thanks so much again for your time, and until the next episode, thanks for watching.